Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm here to walk you through the crypto charts. Going to be starting off with Bitcoin, then we're going to be touching on a bit of the US30 as well, some interesting stuff coming through. We got CPI as well today, and then also once we're done with that, straight through to some altcoin requests, guys. So make sure you're smashing altcoin requests in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as physically possible, right? I see we've got 11 people watching, 4 likes already. Amazing stuff, guys. I'm just setting records out here at the moment, considering the state of the markets, right? If you are here, smash a hello in the chat and I'll say hello to you. First of all, saying hello to Donna. Nice to see you on the stream, Donna, and here Optimist as well. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Starting off with Bitcoin coming through, guys. As you can see, I think I'm maxing out my microphone. Not great. Hold on. Starting off with Bitcoin coming through on the short-term time frame, guys. As you can see, falling parallel channel, pretty prominent here, guys. This has been a pretty strong downtrend for a significant amount of time, right? We are seeing heavy levels of resistance coming through here. As you can see, multiple touches. Support. I've already messed it up. As you can see, massive levels of support coming through here on this downward sloping support line coming through. It's like 4 or 5 touches to the downside here. We were looking for some sort of move to the upside here, and what do you know? It's happening, guys. Bitcoin is mooning right now. Not quite, right? This is just a filthy, dirty trap, I do believe, and I will go into that a bit later on in the stream, guys. But yeah, as you can see, we did actually get that very nice candle body close along this area, was below the price action channel there, and also below major moving averages here on the EMA ribbon. So for me, something I don't really want to get involved with, and considering you can see where we saw that candle body close at around 19,694. For me personally, we'd already nearly completed this measure move. As you can see, the measure move up is around 1.86% from this channel, looking something along the lines of this. And we'd already near enough completed it, so I was like, risk reward scenario. It's not going to be great having a stop loss down back inside the channel and then going for that literal, it would have been literally like 1.39% after already getting there. So really, the space you're looking for is a 0.58%. So really quite rough there. So yeah, something I didn't get involved with. But what I am looking for, guys, definitely something I'm looking for is going to be on the longer term time frame. The longer term time frame here, it's screaming continuation to the downside here. It's going to be very interesting to see how this does happen, considering a lot of other things, but we will go into that in the next section, right? Let me just finish off the short term time frame. Let's bring up the WOD machine and see some major moving averages coming through here on the hourly time frame, guys, and let's see what we're working with. As you can see, the 55 moving average is sat directly on this horizontal here. That horizontal is going to be just shy of around 20k there, guys. So it's definitely something to kind of take into consideration for resistance there. We can see we've had resistance before continuously there, and after completing that measure move, we got the 55 EMA there, bang on that horizontal around 20k. So I saw some of you in the Telegram community saying it's most likely to have like a 20k tap and then the resistance off the 20k and then basically continuation down after seeing this measure move completion. And to be honest with you, I do actually agree. And there's a couple other things that I do want to go into here on the shorter term time frame, and that is going to be the RSI in terms of divergences that we could be looking for here, guys. As you can see, we do have a high coming through here and set here on the RSI. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Yes, you can. And as you can see, we have broke that high, right? We broke that high coming through on the RSI, but we haven't broke it coming through in terms of the live price, right? The live price to break that is going to be 20,644. So first of all, let's talk about that one, because to break this, we're going to need a hell of a lot of buying momentum to get above there. And to be honest, it's pretty unlikely to have that buying momentum considering what we've got coming through today. With CPI and everything like that, right? So if we do break that, then yes, there's not going to be a bearish divergence there, but we do have still quite a lot of room here before we get there. So it is looking quite likely for a bearish divergence to be coming through there, and that's basically when we're going to see some sort of resistance coming through. And then from there, I do think we will cascade down into the dirty depths of lower prices, right? Probably around 18k, something along the lines of that, right? Now, also you can see that we do have this high being made here in terms of the RSI as well. We've just cleared that as well. Same scenario, guys. Same scenario here, guys. If we don't actually clear it in terms of the live price here, then it will be a bearish divergence again. So we do have 2 chances at this current time of 2 potential bearish divergence, which is obviously going to be sending some downwards momentum to the downside, right? So yeah, that's the sort of areas I really would be looking for there to invalidate those bearish divergence there. If you are really bullish right now and you're looking for that support, then I would be aiming to get above these lower high areas, right? Because you can see we actually came up, we tested this lower high from before, and we got pretty rejected there, pretty horrific, right? Making a new lower low there in terms of this micro trend. So yeah, definitely an area to be looking out for. There is going to be this area. If we do find support on that, then I would expect 20,355. and then at the very most 20,700. You can see the 200 EMA there and the 200 SMA coming down to say hello as well. We know the resistance that we do get off these bad boys and also support, so it's definitely something that it can't be overlooked here. Something along the lines of this, right? To be honest with you, going back to this pure manipulation station coming through here, I wouldn't actually be surprised if we did see something like this coming through for Bitcoin today, considering we do have CPI and it's not looking very good in terms of inflation and all of that stuff. So I don't know if I think I was off the screen then. No, as you can see here, guys, this is sort of the situation I would sort of expect right now for Bitcoin. If this is going to happen, then I would expect humongous dumps to the downside from there. That's pretty much the short term summed up there. We do have the volume weighted ATR band coming down, currently sat at around 19,576. Very, very crucial to be looking out for this little bad boy here, guys, because you know the support and you know the resistance that we do get on this. As you can see, lovely, lovely, lovely support there coming through. And if we don't get it, we actually trend below it quite nicely as well there. As you can see here, same scenario coming through again, testing it continuously. So let's just take that into consideration in terms of the live price where we are now. Pretty coiled up, pretty close to the price action channel as well there. So yeah, it's not great when these two are quite close together, because you can actually find us invalidate this, and then we'll be straight back down into this chart pattern, this falling parallel channel, and then we could be looking for lows around 19,259. At this current point in this current micro trend, guys, I would say 19,259 is the low that we have to break, around that area. 19,220, that sort of area is the area that we need to break. If we do break that, then there is going to be some more selling pressure to the downside, right? Definitely something like this. As you can see, in previous areas where we have broke this horizontal here, we've actually dumped down to around prices of around 18,900. So yeah, that's sort of what I would sort of expect there coming through there if we do lose that low in terms of the current micro downtrend, right? Let's have a look at the MACD, the macadamia nut, and see what we're working with there in terms of the strength of the trend and all of that good stuff. Straight away, obviously we've got the bullish crossover. We've got quite a steep parabolic uptrend coming through on the MACD here, guys. But also, we do have a trend line coming through, right? We do have a trend line coming through, which we're currently testing, right? We're currently testing, oh, we're near enough at the end of the hour, right? We're near enough at the end of the hour, so we will get an hour candle body close here on the stream, which would be quite nice to see. And that's going to be nice to see, actually, depending on where we're going to go for this inverse trend cycle coming through on the MACD, because as you can see, we have invalidated that in terms of bullish momentum there. So yeah, interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. I would say we do have another downwards sort of area to be looking out for there in terms of resistance coming through, in terms of reversal of the trend if we do see a downtrend coming through as well. So maybe that is going to line up pretty perfectly with that horizontal that we were just talking about, 19,259. Now, let's move on. I mean, to be honest, it's quite nice to see a bit of volume coming through for BTC, right? Nice to see a bit of volume. But yeah, let's move on to the midterm time frame and let's get this going, right? I see 10 likes already, guys. Amazing stuff coming through, and I see the greenest goblin on the chat. He was like one of my first subscribers, so I do appreciate you stopping by, man. And hello to you, my good sir. We got LR coming through saying hello. We got George as well. What are your thoughts on how CPI in a couple of hours will affect the market? I think we're going to absolutely tank. Hence the thumbnail, George. Interesting stuff. I see we'll be looking for shorts on that. Yeah, oil. Sorry, Siri's talking to me again. Yeah, oil's going to be a very interesting one to watch, right? It's going to be very, very interesting one to watch. I see Noonchakanu, all in long. Good luck, my good sir. Go look at CPI figures and we'll see how well that long goes. Maybe you might get in and get out in time before the horrific crash to the downside. But let's move on to BTC on the longer term time frame here. On the midterm, that's the 4 hour, guys, and that is going to be pretty rough, right? Pretty rough. But what I want to talk about here, guys, is this rising wedge chart pattern. As you can see, we do have a couple of trap zones coming through. Very, very key point of control on the VPVR here as well, and that's going to be topped out around 20,600. So you can see these figures, they're starting to correlate across the time frames, right? We did actually have a break to the downside here. Wasn't quite below the trap zone that I wanted here. I ideally would have gone short if we did see a nice candle body close around 19,173, that sort of area that I was sort of looking for there. And then from there, I think CPI is, I think it's 8:30 GMT. I might be wrong. Peter, if you want to join if you want to join our Telegram, they were talking about what time it is in there. I don't actually know off the top of my head because I'm over in Thailand, so all my time frames are a little bit all ski whiff. But yeah, it's definitely today. I think it's 8:30 US time or something like that, right? But yeah, the link for the Telegram is in the description, right? Counter indicator Chester again. Thank you. I go long. Nice, Trippy. Nice, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's talk about this rising wedge chart pattern coming through for BTC on the 4-hour, because we did actually, as I was saying, we did see that breakout to the downside coming through, but not quite coming through with that momentum. You can see this is the measure move that we could be looking for here, and that's going to be pretty insane gains to the downside, right? It is going to be breaking current lows here of around 17,500, so that is going to be the swing low for the Fibonacci at this point in time. So yeah, quite a few things to really be looking out for there. Ideally, I want to see a candle body close below 19,200, that sort of area below this trap zone, and then I will be taking full advantage of this short position, guys. Going from around 8.44%, staggering those TPs, coming through something along the lines of this, getting as many points of support as possible there, but just because we know it's going to be a pretty filthy market, right? Ideally, I like to have at least 4 take profits in a trade, and then you get 25% of your equity out each time. And once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss, to your entry point, and that way, if you do get reversed on, if you do get trapped out, then you've already taken profit once, and your stop loss is at entry, so it's profit. It's a profitable trade because you've already taken profit once, right? But yeah, that is going to be the midterm. You can see we're below all major moving averages as well there, guys. We do have the 10 simple that we have nearly. If we do get this candle body closed, did we get it above it? No, we got it below it. We did get the candle body closed below that of the 4 hours. So currently we're taking this as a test. If we do get the candle body closed for this 4 hour above this 10 SMA there, then it is looking for a bit of bullish momentum coming through there. And some could say a little head and shoulders invertation station coming through there as well. But yeah, at this point in time, with the fundamentals coming through of world markets and stuff like that, I do think that we are due to come down there, guys. So please be aware for that. And if you don't know what the CPI is, go do some research on that, right? I will be covering a little bit on it and on previous figures later on in the stream, but yeah, that's going to be in reference to my CC investing channel, and also the US30 stock chart as well. We're going to go through as well, which is going to be quite fun, quite interesting stuff. Look at some targets for that as well. So yeah, let's carry on with BTC for now. You can see volume weighted ATR band is pretty dangerously low there, around 17,033. So if we are going to be using this as a target there, it's just going to be absolutely horrific, right? But the key thing I'm really looking out for here, guys, is when we break this rising wedge. When rising wedges, they tend to usually break to the downside, guys. Rising wedges tend to usually break to the downside, and the level of support that we are currently looking for is the area that we're literally sat in right now. So yeah, if we do break this to the downside, that's the measure move, that's the percent I'm going for there. Pretty good stuff. To the upside, let's talk about moving averages here, guys. We've got many moving averages crossing over here, and also you can see how pretty coiled up these bad boys are, right? We know when we get coiled up moving averages, we get a break in the price. Coiled up moving averages there, another break in the price. So they are still pretty coiled up. So if we do actually see us get even more coiled up here over the next few hours or so, then that CPI breakout would be pretty goddamn good indeed, right? Let's have a look at the RSI and see what we're looking out for here coming through there. I mean, this is just reference to some old TA coming through there. You can see this upward sloping trend line there, and you can see the break to the downside. And this is basically the confirmation we were looking for basically the start of this filthy downtrend, basically banging it, hitting new lows, setting lower highs continuously, and that's why we have just seen this pretty horrific trickle down, right? So yeah, not too great there in terms of what we have seen for BTC, but to be honest with you, it's been quite a healthy trend, right? It's been quite a healthy downtrend for BTC, as you can see, creating those highs and then smashing those lows continuously, right? So it's not the worst case scenario, but right now I do think this is a bit of manipulation coming through, and just please watch for this the measure move completion at 19,000, just below 20,000, right? That's the area to really be watching, I would say. Now, moving on from BTC on the midterm time frame, let's have a look at the directional movement index, guys, because the directional movement index is basically an indication of which way we're going to trend and how strong the trend is going to be. You can see the ADX, that's a little pink line here. We've got the ADX currently above 25 and currently above 20. These are the very strong areas to really be looking out for there. If we're above it and we do get that crossover, as you can see here, guys, this is just a fine example. We did actually see that bearish crossover coming through with the ADX really high, what do you know, we started a really strong downtrend, right? Now, this is where it gets interesting, because currently we have had that bearish crossover coming through around that, and the ADX is currently sat at around 29.91 above key areas, guys, key areas. So if we do get any sort of crossover from the positive or the negative here, it will be a bullish crossover at this time. If we do get that bullish crossover, then that is going to indicate, it will indicate some bullish momentum, which is going to be very interesting to see whether we do actually get that. Sometimes we don't quite get these crossovers, guys, so don't get too excited that BTC is going to bounce and moon from here, because to be honest with you, I really do think we're going to see some lower prices. I do think we're going to miss out on that bullish crossover if it is going to happen. But in good news for short, right now the ADX is high. If we do miss this bullish crossover, then it's basically a sign that we're going to keep trending down quite rapidly there. So yeah, interesting stuff there coming through from the directional movement index, guys. As a free indicator, you can go grab that yourself. I can see who we got in the chat. We've got Trippy laughing his head off. Love that, bro. we have pretty good banter, man. I can see Mike's on the hunt there. Nice to see on the stream there, bro. Hi, Chester. You just started? Yeah, pretty much. I think like maybe 20 minutes into the stream, but yeah, gonna be going for like a good solid hour today. I see Donna posting the Crypto Chester community in the chat. Do appreciate that, Donna. If you guys want to go join that, the link should work now. I know we've had troubles with links and stuff, but yeah, the link should work now. Nice, tight knit community. Loads of friends, loads of good stuff in there. All trading. Well, trading and also nice people as well, right? And also see Blocksville coming through saying hello as well, and Vicky saying hi from Thailand. Yes, I'm in Thailand too. Lovely place, right? Lovely place. It's raining at the moment though, it's a bit dead. But yeah, we'll do some nice weather next week. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Let's go to BTC on the longer term time frame and see what we're dealing with, because from the all-time high coming through for Bitcoin, you can see that is around 69,000, and then from there, that's obviously our swing high for Fibonacci, a swing low for Fibonacci currently in terms of this trend, in terms of this bear market, is 17,600, I do think, 17,600-ish, that sort of area. So we were ideally looking for that Fibonacci retracement on the 0.236 here, but we didn't quite get that, guys. We didn't quite get that in terms of the bullish momentum, and it's quite sad, because I was really looking for that for quite a while, right? I was really looking for a lovely little short from this Fibonacci retracement, and then a continuation down here, because the 55 EMA was lining up. We've got this downward sloping parallel channel as well there. Yeah, pretty much parallel channel or falling wedge. Either all works. You can see the resistance to the downside from these areas there. I was hoping Fibonacci tap there, 55 EMA there on the daily chart, and also resistance from this trend line coming down as well. That's sort of what I was aiming for there in terms of a nice pullback for BTC, but we didn't quite get that, guys. We actually saw the reversal coming through over the last few days or so. Been pretty well, last 5 days, pretty horrific after seeing some uncertainty in terms of candlestick patterns from doji stars and stuff like that, right? So yeah, at this point in time, areas to really be looking out for there. It kind of just does echo what I was saying here on the midterm time frame, if it's going to load, because you can see we're dealing with this rising wedge chart pattern. That's going to be exactly the same coming through here on the midterm time frame, guys. It's not quite like that. Sorry, on the longer term time frame, it's going to be something along the lines of this still. So yeah, it's still going to be a breakdown in terms of referencing that measure move to the downside there. It is going to be lows, breaking the lows of where we actually are there. So yeah, that will be breaking the swing low for Fibonacci as well. And then from there, sorry, my watch is going crazy. And then from there, we do have the volume weighted ATR band, guys. And let's just go back in history and just see how reliable this is in terms of levels of support, bouncing and stuff like that, right? You can see just two clean-cut examples from there. And if we do break it to the downside, guys, we do actually tend to like start a little trend below it there. I'm not going to get the data here on Bybit, but you can see, oh, it's all gone. It's all gone. I've run my chart. I've clicked and completely wrecked it. 1 second, let me just, there we go. That's what happens when you click trading view too many times. It all just throws everything everywhere. But yeah, so as you can see, after having 5 bearish candles in a row here on the daily, I would expect some sort of bullish momentum, but I think this is probably what we're seeing at this point in time, and then we're going to see pretty filthy dumps to the downside, guys. So please just trade safe today. It is going to be a pretty horrible, very volatile day is predicted here. But yeah, if we do get to the volume weighted ATR band there, we do have very key bounce points there in terms of trend lines as well there on the longer term time frame, guys. You can see here, bang, lovely levels of support to be looking out for there. And these, in terms of prices there, if we do see us cascade down very fast with these new figures that are going to be presented to the world, then I would be looking for bounces around 16,945, and then also around 15,464 if we do actually cascade down very rapidly there, guys. So yeah, please be aware for that. VPVR as well, we do have that pretty stronger level just below us there, so we are actually testing that at the moment in terms of resistance, so it's going to be interesting to see how this does actually play out there. And as you can see, top side of that is going to be 21.2, and also that's the lower side of that's going to be 20,500 as well. So yeah, this 20,600, 500, that sort of area for a bounce down in terms of resistance is sort of looking pretty correlative there, so definitely something not to be overlooked. I think that's going to be it for Bitcoin at this point in time. Maybe we could just talk a little bit about this. You can see this upward sloping it's an upward sloping support line. As you can see, upward sloping support line here. Where are we now? We're currently looking for a little bit of a bounce on this bad boy before getting oversold there. Whether we are going to hold it, who knows? Let's see how it actually plans out today over the next few days or so, because it actually is pretty correlative with this chart pattern that we are actually looking for that lovely short there, 8.44% to the downside on the cards if we get that candle body close looking good. And that's just a spot trade, guys. That's not leverage. If you're leveraging this, you're making that cold hard cash. That paper plane is taken off from the airport, right? I see Donna in the chat saying, really friendly bunch, so helpful. I've done loads in there and I'm still a noob. You're doing really well, Donna. You're learning loads, man. Not man, but yeah, you're learning loads. See 17 likes as well, guys. Do appreciate the likes coming through. Obviously, if you are enjoying the stream, I do stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And apologies on my behalf for no stream on Monday. Sounds great, doesn't it? No stream on Monday. We actually we lost a lot of internet across the whole island pretty much here in Koh Samui in Thailand. So yeah, we did lose. A lot of people lost internet. We lost all our fiber and everything. So yeah, we couldn't really do a lot. I couldn't stream on my 5G. It wouldn't work. So yeah, pretty annoying there. But hey, we back. We got it back. We're back, baby. So yeah, let's carry on with the TA and let's do a Bitcoin dominance coming through here, guys, because obviously we've been talking about this for quite a while here. I might jump to the weekly for this one. We've been talking about this for quite a while after seeing such a cascade down. We're actually looking for a bounce here. It's going to be pretty bad if we do bounce here, and if BTC does dump here, guys, if we do bounce and we do have continuation to the upside, then it is really going to screw your altcoins. I'm talking they're going to dump. They're going to absolutely follow BTC with a lot of seriousness and a lot of correlative price action there. So yeah, definitely an area to be looking out for there here on the Bitcoin dominance, baby. Bitcoin dominance. Let's move on to the US30 and let me do my update on the US30. While I'm doing my update on the US30, guys, you can smash your altcoin requests in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as I'm done with this update for the CC Investing channel. If you haven't gone to check that out yet, I'm going to be doing some different style videos, more focused on like different investments away from crypto in general, right? Because I think I'm being screwed by the algorithm for crypto. But still much to do on the island when you can't stream, says LR. Yeah, it's quite a lot to do. We're actually doing something later on today where it's a Thai tradition to go buy some fish, like a live fish, like they're alive, right, in the fish market or something like that, and then you go and let them out in the seas. A Thai tradition that we might be doing later, which would be quite cool. Get down with the culture and all of that good stuff. Let's move on to CC Investing, guys. So I'm going to smash through that update, and then we're going to do some altcoin requests. So you can look forward to that, guys. And when I say I'm leaving the video for this, because I pre-record this on the stream, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here for some altcoin requests. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's go. Let's get it. Completely messed that up. Hi guys, and welcome back to CC Investing. My name is Chester, and today I'm here to give you an update coming through on the US30. Very interesting stuff coming through from the CPI as well today. So yeah, we're going to be having a look at the price and seeing where the prediction for the US30 is going to be going here. Starting off on the daily chart, as you can see, pretty prominent falling wedge chart pattern, guys. Falling wedges tend to usually break to the upside. In this market, never. Potentially we could actually break to the upside. We'll actually have to see there. But as you can see, these are the levels of support currently here in terms of this downward sloping support line. The last time that we did bounce it was on 29,848. And from there, we actually have started a little bit of an uptrend, but we have not really done that well, right? We have consolidated for quite a while, and then we did set a couple of higher lows there, and we actually came down quite rapidly to challenge those higher lows. So it really doesn't look that great here for the US30, and now we are forming probably some sort of symmetrical triangle chart pattern there as well. And the symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the bottom of a downtrend, guys, actually indicates it changes the chart pattern into a bearish pennant chart pattern, and that does mean continuation to the downside. So that's definitely something to really be looking out for there. We haven't come up here and tested this this level of resistance at this point. That will be, in terms of a price here for the US30, that will be 31,588. If we do see any sort of buying pressure there, I really would expect resistance coming through at that point. You can see also, if we bang down horizontal as well, you can see the support that we do have on this area, and vice versa, resistance as well. So this is going to be an area correlating well with trend lines as well, guys. So I would expect resistance coming down at least to the 21 EMA there as well, and that's going to be down to around 31,211. So really, really crucial areas to really be looking out for there. If we do see a big pump, well, I'd say a big pump, a move to the upside here, a micro move to the upside here for the US30. Going to be dropping down some time frames now and see what we're working with there. You can see here on the 4 hour, as I was just saying there on the daily, it's pretty, we're consolidating really. It's not really great. We're seeing micro downtrends and little micro uptrends here. It's not the best price action in the world here for the US30, but the key areas that I'm probably looking for there, it is going to be this area for a level of support, and then also resistance. It's probably going to be some sort of trend line like that, right? That's sort of what we're looking for, and then also that does correlate very well with a nice rejection coming through from here as well, like we were just saying earlier. So yeah, stars are aligning for that. And just in terms of looking at the chart, let's bring up the MACD on the 4 hour and see what we're working with. As you can see, boring, flaccid trends. Nothing really that crazy going on there, guys. In terms of momentum, we are seeing we're seeing the bearish trend actually come to an end here, the momentum of that slowing down, and you can see we're due a bit of a bullish crossover. So that's going to be interesting to see how strong that is going to be, whether it's going to be a trend like this or whether it's going to be pretty flaccid and boring. But nevertheless, I do think if we do see any sort of crazy momentum to the upside, as I said, resistance at this area, you can see the 200 EMA coming down as well. Very, very strong resistance. Twice we've tested that, and we haven't broke it. You can see resistance from that bad boy as well. So yeah, I would expect resistance coming through from there. So yeah, definitely I would say it's going to be fairly unlikely that we do break to the upside here, that we do break 31,500. So I would expect downwards momentum for the US30 at this time, guys. Now moving down to, should we look for a little scalp coming through here for today and see what we can work with? Let's have a little look for a little scalp there. Let's have a look at that. Like, you can see the level of support coming through from there, and then I would probably say we're looking at something along the lines of this, maybe something along the lines of that. As you can see, nice test coming through there. You can see resistance being formed multiple times here. This is going to create a symmetrical triangle chart pattern. So let's look at some measure moves. Let's look at some breakout scenarios and see what we're working with there. As you can see, this is going to be the measure move to the downside here, and that's going to be bringing the price down to around that 3,637 level that we were just talking about on the longer term time frame. So yeah, it is sort of lining up at this time, guys. Definitely something to looking out for there as well. Now also we do have the CPI today, and that is going to be let me bring that up. You can see this is basically inflation figures compared to how much the consumer is spending. As you can see, over the last few years, we have really been rising here. This will affect the price across the board. It will affect pretty much all markets, guys. And as you can see, back in 2021, it was around 4.7%, right? So pretty horrific. Pretty horrific in terms of inflation there. We know it's only been getting worse this year. It's 2022. We know it's only been getting worse. I think I'm being bitten by a mosquito. But it's only getting worse at this point in time. If we go back to, where was it? I was looking at this earlier. I think it was back in 1920, I think it was. It was the worst it'd ever been with that crash. The worst it'd ever been with that crash. So yeah, it's definitely, I think it was around 26% or something like that. So yeah, definitely something to really be watching out for today, guys. That will affect the price of the US30 and across a lot of other assets as well. But yeah, that's going to be it from me in terms of this US30 update. Trade safe, guys. It'll be interesting to see an update later on in the week, probably on Friday, to see where and how this has affected the US30. I will be doing a video on that, so stay tuned. If you like the video, smash the like. If you like the content, you know what to do. Press the subscribe button and let me know your opinions in the chat, guys, whether you what you think is going to be happening with the US30. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, CC Investing. I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah, it's just a little video from my other channel, guys. But yeah, let's do some altcoin requests. So I see some altcoins coming through in the chest. Altcoins coming through in the chat. We've got Mike's on the hunt saying Ethereum. We've got Donna saying or. Nope, that's not an altcoin. We've got Matic and we've got DAG as well. So let's get them going. Let's go through on. Should we start off with Ethereum? Let's do a bit of Ethereum coming through there for Mike's on the hunt. I see 21 likes as well, guys. Unbelievable. Do appreciate those likes. I really do. Really do. Let's see what we're working with here for Ethereum. daily, let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Falling wedge on the daily, you can see the high getting put in is just horrifically high. Nearly $5,000 for Ethereum there. Oh, what a life that would be. So as you can see, it's crashing down pretty horrifically from there, breaking through pretty major trends there. You can see major trend lines there. You can see this is the measure move down, guys, that we're looking for, that completion. That will actually bring the price to a negative, so it won't actually get there. But yeah, the measure move down from that is something along the lines of that. So key areas to really be looking out for there are 509, 631, and 730 there in terms of levels of support from previous price action there. In terms of where we are now, guys, you can see this is going to be an ascending triangle actually, and we have actually seen a break to the downside from there. So yeah, interesting stuff. I would like to go down into more detail here for this to see what we're actually looking out for there, because as you can see this is the low currently in terms of this bear market, but this is the higher low. You can see we're literally sat on that high low. We did actually get a candle body close below those wicks on the daily there, so it is an indication that we're not going to respect that higher low and that we could see lower prices for Ethereum. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm happy with that. I'm absolutely happy with that. If Ethereum starts to dump more, I'm just going to buy more. Literally, I'm just accumulating so much Ethereum right now. It's mental. But yeah, let's move down to shorter term time frames and see what we're working with as well. I mean, it's the same sort of thing as BTC, right? We have had those pretty prominent downtrends coming through there. Pretty strong stuff indeed. We're not looking at a break to the upside as of yet, but we are still actually below this upwards sloping currently resistance line. So it's going to be interesting to see if we do actually clear that. To clear that, I would like to see 1,088 for Ethereum there. If we do clear that, then I would expect a test of the 21, and that would be 1,106 there. But at this point in time, it is looking fairly bearish here. And as we were just discussing here on the daily, this higher low is really crucial that we actually don't break this, guys. If we break this higher low, I really would expect lower prices for Ethereum. When I say that, I mean losing $1,000 and then coming down to like 900. 880, these sorts of areas, right? So yeah, not looking that great at this time for Ethereum, guys, but hey, these are just accumulation phases. Remember, millionaires are made in bear markets, guys. Millionaires are made in bear markets. We're the guys that are buying it up, and females, of course. We are the guys and girls that are buying it up and prefer pronouns and all that good stuff. we are the people buying up these altcoins. We are buying up these altcoins when they're actually crashing, right? Yes. It is a risk. Yes, you could be underwater for a significant amount of time, but the bigger your hodl in a bear market, the more it's going to be worth in a bull market, baby. We're going to make silly gains, right? Not missing out on any gains this time. Not missing out at all, right? So yeah, let's move on to another request. Let me see in the chat, what are we looking out for there? We didn't do a vote. What are you guys thinking? Let's go back to Bitcoin for a second. What are you guys thinking? Do you think the CPI is going to affect the chart coming through from there? Do you think it's going to throw BTC down, or are you bullish? Are you insanely bullish right now? Let me know in the chat. I want to see a 1 in the chat if you're bullish, and I want to see a 2 in the chat if you're bearish, right? Let's see who's winning the bull and bear fight today. We've got a 1 in the chat if you're bullish, and a nice 2 in the chat if you're bearish. I see most of the CC gang community, we're pretty bearish, I do think, in the community, right? We're seeing quite a lot of bearish momentum coming through. So let me know in the chat what you're thinking while I get into another filthy request there. Let's have a look at a bit of Matic there for LR. I'm intrigued on what Matic's going to be doing, actually. Up 5% today. Interesting. Let's get rid of that TA and get some fresh TA coming through there for you there, LR. I see LR's with a 1. I see Virgin Galactic saying, no, that's his name. I like the stock, with a 1 as well. Can you put up the chart and show the incredible entry on RXO? 5 weeks old BSC token. Can you analyze chart? Potentially. Let me get through. I see you guys putting 3s and 2s in the chat, right? Let me do another request, right? And then I'll see if I can bring that up for you there. But yeah, I see the narrative is there's currently I don't know where the number 3 came from, guys. Maybe you're looking for some sideways action as number 3, right? Some consolidation in this area, right? So yeah, we'll see. If you're number 3, this is sort of what you're looking for there, and you don't think the CPI is going to affect the chart at all. But yeah, let's bring up Matic and let's do some TA on that, because as you can see, straight away jumping out at me, guys, this is going to be the key resistance area. So let's get a nice little trend line coming through from there. I say little, a pretty filthy big trend line, right? That could be a bit more accurate. Hold on. Let's get a few more touches on that bad boy. As you can see, trend line looking something along the lines of this, maybe up a little bit. Yeah, trend line looking something along the lines of this, and then from there, we're going to be looking at this low and these high lows that are being set at this point in time. I mean, to be honest with you, unfortunately, LR, it is a little bit coiled up for my liking, right? It is a symmetrical triangle chart pattern. It is at the bottom of a downtrend, right? Symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the bottom of a downtrend. I will say this a million times. It means continuation down, bearish pennant chart pattern, guys. So I would expect some continuation down here, but considering you're so coiled up at the end of this chart pattern here, the measure move is going to be pretty flaccid, pretty boring. Yeah, it's going to be pretty flaccid, pretty boring, but I would be looking at BTC to sort of gauge the sort of direction for that. So yeah, the measure move for that is going to be something along the lines of this, and that's going to be something along the lines of that. I mean, it's not going to be that bad in terms of percentages there, so let's have a little look and see what we're working with there. Nearly 11%. That's cold hard cash. That's money, right? That's paper planes taken off from the airport. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. 10.97% there. Not too bad in terms of a nice short position there. I would be looking for candle body close below the most recent low there, and then you can see the resistance that we do get from this area, right? So yeah, pretty strong stuff actually. So let's get a horizontal drawn in there, and let's see what we're working with there. So yeah, this sort of area, I want to see a break below there, and then shorting that bad boy down from there. First take profit is probably going to be quite shy, quite early. You can see we do have support coming through from there as well. So yeah, first take profit. I mean, to be honest, I would actually like it a little bit shorter than that, because that's near enough like half the move. So yeah, I probably would like it a little bit tighter than that. So let's jump down to a shorter term time frame and see what else we're working with there. I mean, to be honest, this area flows really quite nicely in terms of moves. So so maybe there is going to be a nice clean 5% on the table there to be taken there for this Matic short there. And obviously if BTC is going to dump here, then this is going to be a very nice trade there for Matic. So to be honest with you, I'm probably going to set an alert there. Going to set an alert there for Matic to see when we do break this price. And let's have a look at what we're working with in terms of the RSI. Let's go into a bit more depth here. You can see this is clearly a trend line coming down like so here on the RSI. You can see we're climbing up to that. That's going to be the resistance point in terms of buying power to really be looking out for there as well. And you can see in terms of us hitting that on the RSI there, you can see it's actually very relevant to that resistance coming through on the top side of that trend line there for Matic, right? So yeah, definitely a point of resistance to be looking out for there. Let's have a look at the MACD in terms of the trend. Just had that bullish crossover, not really that surprised after seeing this bullish momentum coming through like so. But you can see we have actually pumped a significant amount recently from there to there, up around 5.91%, as you can see there. So yeah, I would expect some sort of selling power to come through at some point. Considering we're setting lower highs and we did actually just break this low there, I would expect some selling power to come through. So yeah, fairly bearish on Matic right now, looking for that nice 10.97% move to the downside there. Can short it down from higher? I mean, you know me. I'm more of a breakout trader. But if you are looking for, if you're looking for a move, a quicker move, if you want the move quicker, let me see what we're working with. I would say, the thing is, it's actually a bullish chart pattern. Just looking at it, because we would be looking for something along the lines of this, right? This would be a falling wedge chart pattern. Falling wedges, they tend to usually break to the upside there, LR. So yeah, in terms of shorting it earlier, not great. Not great. Unless you're like trading the 1 minute, then maybe you could short this rising wedge break. Depends really, because yeah, it sort of really does depend what you're working with there in terms of equity. Because if you're working with like large amounts of money, then doing a nice little short here on the 1 minute and stuff can be quite profitable. Like I'm trading the 1 minute at the moment quite a lot with the US30 and also gold. So yeah, I'm making like a nice 1-2% a day and stuff like that doing that, and that's working for me quite nicely. But obviously you do have to have quite a lot of equity behind you for that. So yeah, in terms of, I mean, you could just 100x it, but that's just not great in my opinion, right? I mean, you know how I feel about the filthy leverage junkies out here. But yeah, so in terms of shorting it earlier there, you could short down from around $55 and go for a skinnier measure move, if you will. I mean, that's going to be something along the lines of this, right? Going on the most recent trend to the downside, but still, that's not going to be the biggest move in the world, because we are on the 1 minute. So yeah, I mean, it's still 1%, still not unachievable there, and you will be losing 200 EMA, 200 SMA there, and then also volume weighted ATR coming up to say hello there on the 1 minute. You can see we do actually respect that coming through from here, guys. So yeah, that's what I would say about that, LR. Hopefully I've helped you there. Remember, not a financial advisor at all. I know you already know that, but I've got to say it. But yeah, let's move on to what's next. It's a bit of DAG there for Here Optimist, and then I will do RXO for DJ Stunk. Cool name, man. What was it? Dag. Do you like dags? I own like a nice little lump of dag just sat there in a ledger somewhere. Pretty sure it's sat there. Let's bring up a bit of dag. Let's get away from the 1 minute. It just shows the volume here is just horrific for this asset. Let's move on. Let's do the daily. Let's jump to the daily and see what we're working with here on the daily, because dag has been trending down pretty horrifically. Pretty horrifically. I'm not sure when we bought it. Was it like 13 cents? It was previous bull market, so yeah, looking pretty bad right now, but it's alright. It's alright. Part of being in a bear market, right? But yeah, so what are we working with here for DAG? I would say this is the definite support line to be looking out for there. We are breaking lows continuously. We are setting lower highs continuously as well there. We are bouncing off the volume weighted ATR band quite crucially there. We are actually pretty coiled up right now. Yeah, really quite coiled up. Pretty flaccid price action as well there. I would say potential symmetrical triangle chart pattern. We will go into more depth here and see what we're working with there, and then look for some sort of breakout, right? Definite trend line from this low to be looking out for. Something along the lines of this. Sorry if I'm drawing this all too fast, guys. And as you can see, that's going to be the trend line that we could be working for that potential breakout. Looking not too bad, but I would say we are due some. I mean, it's as I said a second ago, it's pretty coiled up there. It's really quite coiled up, so the move is not going to be that great. And when this does happen, guys, we need to take this into consideration here. When this does happen, when we do get coiled up inside of a chart pattern like this, sometimes we can just see measure move completion and then just horrific price action like that. So yeah, we don't really want that, and that's why we tend to usually go for these bigger breakouts when we're not as caught up in terms of the end of that chart pattern there. So let's have a little look at around 18 cents, some lower price we got to DAG. Oh yeah, I'm with you. Most of us are working with very small amounts though. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright, as long as we're all learning, guys. So as long as we're all, even if it's like you're trading with like $100 or like 20, even $20, right? As long as you're learning. And I'm thinking about doing a video as well to show you guys how you can get funded as well. Like if you're a consistent trader and you manage your risk and you're consistently making like 1% a day or something along the lines of that, which is insane, right? If you're making 1% a day, right? If you're consistently doing something like that, or even like 5% a week, I say that's still 1% a day if you're trading Monday to Friday, but you get my drift. If you're a successful trader and you can manage your risk and do stuff like that, I'll be releasing a video on how to get funded and stuff like that. And then you can really trade with larger amounts and make some really nice cash, right? 10% of 100k and stuff like that. If you're doing that in a week, silly money, right? Silly gains. So yeah, this is going to be the measure move down, something along the lines of that for DAG here. If we are going to see a short position coming through, I'm not sure if you can short this on KuCoin, but hey, you can see around 5.2% to the downside there. Probably going to see, I mean, you can see these higher lows, guys. You can see these higher lows there, pretty filthy. I would expect some sort of bounce before that at some point. Key area to be looking out for there is breaking this current higher low there, and that's going to be around 6 cents, around 7 cents, right? Around 7 cents. I mean, not really, around 6.9, around 6.9 on the 4 hours. So yeah, definite area to be looking out for there. But overall here on DAG, I would say fairly bearish overall. I mean, the actual fundamental properties of this asset, I think it's very involved with like defense contracts in governments and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely one to watch for the future, and that's why a lot of us actually bought this, because it looks very good for the future when we are going to see crypto get a little bit more regulation in a sense. Right? Obviously that's not good, but coins like this, we will see a lot of price action when that does happen. Let's move on. Can't short it, can only spot trade. Okay, well in that case, if you own your DAG, you can sell your DAG if you think you're going to go short, and that technically will act as a short position if you buy it back at a lower price, right? And then your profit would be how much more of the asset you bought from that lower price, right? If that's making sense. If you can't short it on leverage and stuff like that, just sell your equity in it and then buy it at a lower price, and that would be technically a short position, right? You're technically short if you're not holding something. Quite strange to get your head around, but yeah, next coin is going to be RXO. Let's have a little look at that, if I can bring that up. I know it's quite a new chart. Unfortunately, my good sir, DJ Stonk, cool name as I said a minute ago, it's not having none of it. TradingView is not having none of it. So yeah, can't really do that, my good sir. But next time, man, next time. If you want to join the Telegram community, link is in the description. I'll do a little bit of research on that, shall I? And have a look at that, because because I like to research the coins that you guys have that you request, right? Ones that I haven't heard of. I see Damn South requesting Gala. Let's do a bit of Gala. How long have we been streaming here? Let's have a little look. 47 minutes. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. So let's have a look at Gala. What's next? Gala. And guys, if you've got any more requests, smash them in the chat. Please, please, please smash them in the chat. I'm literally running out of requests. Just have a look at this fine example here. Rising wedge chart pattern, breaks to the downside, measure move completed. Very nice stuff indeed. Let's get some fresh TA and see what we're working with today. I'm not going to go into the hourly on this. I'm not going to go into the daily on this. I'm just going to zoom right the way down and see if we can get some sort of scalp coming through there, guys. Some sort of scalp. I mean, straight away, I would say we do have some sort of parallel channel, something along the lines of this. This is sort of the range that we're looking at this point in time. Testing this to the upside here, I would say definitely forming some sort of first take profit if we do see that break. We're going to see a break above the 55, and also first take profit is definitely going to be around 5 cents there. In terms of a measure move up here for Gala, it's actually not looking too bad, guys. I would say, I mean, it's like a triple bottom scenario, right? Triple bottom scenario there. Still breaking lows, unfortunately, and still miles away from really congruent lower highs there. So not great, I would say, over on the macro. Still bearish here for Gala, like pretty much every crypto. But if we can make these make the money from these nice little waves up, then yeah, the percentages are going to be pretty good there. In terms of percentages, the first take profit is around 1%, not too bad, and they're looking for around 5.01% for the measure move completion to the upside. So yeah, not too bad at all. You don't think a pump at 1:30 p.m. UK? Maybe. I'm not in touch with my UK times anymore, my good sir Chris. But yeah, potentially. Maybe you could do a video explaining how to short spot. You explained it once and I found it very useful. Maybe loads of extra coins doing that. Maybe loads of extra coins doing that for the same initial investment. Yeah, that sounds quite good actually. I do like that idea. I do want to like make more, what's the word? More like entertaining videos. Not just like solely TA. I do want to start going into coins a bit more, and going into crypto in general a bit more for like crypto education, because I think that will really drive quite a lot of traffic to the channel, because like, I've been doing this channel like over a year now, still on like just under 4K subs. So considering the work that I put in, I think I should be on quite a few more subs, but obviously the bear market doesn't help that and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking about ideas. How can I broaden my my audience and get more shown, right? Because I want to show these videos to people. I want to teach more people TA and how to trade and how to replace the 9-to-5 job that they're not happy with and all that good stuff there. So yeah, I want to be doing that for more people, not just not obviously. I love the CC gang out here, don't get me wrong, but I want us to grow as a community together. Yeah, and if imagine we're like 1,000 people strong or something like that. That'd be really, really cool for the future and stuff like that. I know the community is already amazing, don't get me wrong, but okay, I'll be clear. You think the bottom in? I think it is. Absolutely not, Chris. I don't think the bottom is in. I think we've got absolutely miles to go. Miles to go, right? I do think if you're referring to BTC, right? If you're referring to BTC, I think Virgin is a bot in the chat there. Interesting marketing technique. But yeah, if you think, I don't think the bottom is in, to be honest with you. I think we're going to go considerably lower than this. In terms of referencing how low can we go here for BTC, the areas to really be looking out for there is going to be around 16,100 straight away. You can see 12,400 there. If we do see absolutely humongous crashes, then 10K. 10K. If we get to $10,000 for a BTC, God, I will be buying ample amounts of BTC if we get to 10K, guys. Like so much. I can't tell you. Can't tell you. That's going to be don't put your whole net worth in BTC. Don't do it. No, but let's get some more requests going. Let's get some more requests. I see Donna requesting Rune. That sounds quite good. But yeah, in terms of, sorry, just to finish Gala here, these are going to be the measure moves to the upside and the downside there. If we do have continuation down, if BTC is going to actually dump off a cliff here. Currently sat around 19,800 for BTC, but you can see 5% either way to be taken. Ideally, candle body close below 4 cents 631, and then you can short that bad boy all the way down. Obviously, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is educational purposes only. Please don't go take any of these positions, right? What do you think alts are holding strong and BTC dominance is lower than previous bear market / winters? Yeah, to be honest with you, BTC dominance is actually doing really well. I'm actually really, really impressed, considering it's held this level. Like compared to like other times, right, it's holding this level really well. I would ideally expect it to come down a little bit lower, because compared to like previous bear markets and stuff like that, we see altcoins actually, like some altcoins like ADA, XRP and stuff, they are holding their own, and they actually got solid use cases, and they've been shown a lot more traction over the last bull market, in terms of like new investors and like actual audience behind them, community, right? So I think that has dramatically changed in this cycle that we are seeing there. So I am seeing coins like that really holding their own, and it's really quite nice to see, I must say. Hey Chester, can you please check YFI, says Umar. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I'll do Rune, and then I'll do YFI for you there, Umar. Not a problem. But I'm putting everything on BTC and my and my socks at 10k if we hit there. Yeah, I agree, man. Let's see Fanta written in Thai. Let's oh no, he's not a bot. Yeah, we don't have RXO, man. We did check it, unfortunately. Sorry about that. As I said, if you join the community, I will do some research on that, because I like to research the coins that you guys like request, right? So let's move on to Rune. Yeah, let's do a bit of... I don't know what happened to my voice there. Rune. Let's do a bit of Rune. Let's move on to Rune, and let's start off here on the hourly chart. Straight away, just going to be falling parallel channel, I do think, just looking at the chart. Definitely a trend line there straight away. Definitely something along the lines of that. To really confirm that, guys, I'm going to delete that one, and I'm just going to simply do... I'm going to select the trend line, going to go copy, paste, bring that over and see how parallel it actually is. You can see pretty parallel, pretty good stuff. It's a falling parallel channel. Falling parallel channels, they tend to usually break to the upside. So let's look at the idea for a potential measure move looking like this, and it's going to be pretty nice in terms of money, right? It's going to be around a 5.71% gain there. You're going to be above the 55. You're going to be looking for a take profit around the $2.10 there. That's sort of the area I really would be watching there. Let's see if we can get any more take profits banging in there in terms of levels of resistance or support. Yeah, probably something along the lines of that, right? Just looking at this here, guys, you can see resistance, you can see support there. You can see also candle body closes there in terms of support. That is pretty far up in terms of this position there. So I probably would be banging in another take profit there on this candle body close, probably slightly lower actually, and get a little wick touch there as well. And that's going to be around $2.07 there. So that's sort of what I would be looking there for Rune. If BTC is going to have continuation down, then I would expect to just stay in this chart pattern and just see continuation in terms of this micro downtrend that we are seeing here on the hourly. Bottom's not in, temporary bottom maybe. Yeah, definitely temporary bottom, right? Let's move on to YFI. YFI, baby. And also, guys, we did see... me and my brother, I'm talking about. I'm not sure if he's sat behind me. No, he's not. But yeah, me and my brother Hamilton of Crypto. If you haven't checked him out already, guys, go check him out. Amazing YouTuber, amazing trader. He is obviously my brother as well. And we did actually see Donna sat in the Discord. We saw you, Donna, sat in the Discord. We saw you in the chat. We're thinking about maybe popping in for like an hour a day, and then building more of like a verbal community with you guys. I think that might be quite effective as well. All of us just talking about trading and stuff like that. So yeah, be sure to get ready for that to be coming through, because I think that'd be quite cool to actually chat with you all personally, right? Considering we've nearly known each other for like over a year or something like that. So yeah, I would we're looking at that, right? Falling wedge for YFI at this point in time. Falling wedge, looking for a breakout to the upside. I mean, a lot of the charts are looking fairly similar, right? Same take profit scenario coming through there. 55 EMA there as well. Maybe we could jump a bit further down and see what we're working with there. Still uptrend. If you do see resistance coming through, there could be a little tiny, I'm talking tiny move, tiny little potential, tiny bit of potential here from a potential falling parallel channel, rising parallel channel, and the move will be something along the lines of this, right? Yeah, something along the lines of this to the downside. If you're really itching, you're itching for that trade, around a 1% move there. So yeah, not too shabby there. And then last, I'm a dev of RXO, not a bot. Sorry, lol. No worries, man. I see. You're pretty good with your marketing. If you're looking for a marketing specialist, bro, hit me up. I got some tips for you. But yeah, let's move on to XLM there for Chris. That'd be quite cool. Bit of Stellar Rettoire. One thing I don't have in Thailand is Stellar. I have a lot of things in Thailand, but yeah, Stellar is definitely one of them. Oh, getting emails like crazy. And also, guys, another thing that I'm thinking about doing, it's as I was just saying, I'm getting emails like crazy on Google. I get a lot of companies asking if I can, it's not my watch list, I don't know why it's not my watch list, it should be. A lot of companies basically asking if I can like be a KOL for them, like a key opinion leader for their business and advertising and stuff like that. I'm not really into sponsorships, and you guys know that. I'm not really into sponsorships on the channel. I try and keep it just solely focused on crypto, solely focused on value for you guys. But what I'm thinking about doing is accepting the sponsorships. No, what I'm thinking about doing is technically accepting the sponsorships, but not essentially. I actually want to make valuable videos on projects that I do think are going to be doing really, really well, like I did before on a few NFT games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something also to look forward to for the future, because I mean that trend line is pretty prominent, but I can't really find one that's going to be gelling with it this time. I mean, we do have like this. It's not very attractive. Yeah, not great, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing more valuable videos like that, like top 5 NFT altcoins to be looking out for there, what coins I'm hodling, top 5 coins to be holding until 2030, videos like that, right? Let me know if they would appeal to you guys and whether you would like them, because I know I do like to please you guys, of course. Like obviously the CC gang, it's all, we're all a community here, so yeah, I do try and make content for you guys, essentially. 1.22% to the upside from this symmetrical triangle chart pattern. No, it's not. It's a rising wedge. This is not a lower high. Yeah, it's a rising wedge chart pattern, guys. Pretty choppy, but it is a rising wedge. Rising wedges tend to usually break to the downside. So let's do a measure move to the downside if we are going to see us actually crash here. We did see a bit of a fake out to the upside here. So yeah, it's not. I mean, it's still, as you can see, we're going to be banging it back inside this chart pattern. It's going to be pretty choppy, right? It's going to be really, really quite choppy, so the measure move probably isn't going to be anywhere near as big, but if the dump is going to come, then it's going to be pretty filthy. I mean, the more that people are saying, I'm looking forward to the dump. Yes, Janankra, looking at you. Looking at you, my good sir, in the chat. I'm thinking that we might actually pump massive, like, Bitcoin whale trap coming through, right? Interesting stuff there. DJ Strong says, you should do some meme coin analysis too. You'll get a lot of attention. Yeah, I think I might jump onto that. I think I might jump onto that. Aluminum has really dumped from its all-time high. Core blimey, innit? Yeah, I think aluminum, that's ILV, right? Yeah, aluminum, I'm not actually sure where their project is now. Like, I was really keen on this, but they just took so long to get it going. Like, so long to get it going. I just kind of got bored. I was like, I'm just not waiting for this forever, man. So yeah, as you can see, like, it's just, and this is obviously from the Bybit listing. But on Binance, you do get a lot more data of the actual uptrend that we did see. And this was really just like going up with the bull run really, really quite nicely, even though they had literally nothing out, just a few graphics and stuff like that. So I'm not sure whether the game's actually running now. But if it is, it's really not doing well for the coin. The coin's doing really, really badly. So yeah, not great there. But yeah, that's going to be it, I think, guys. Pretty tired. But and I've got that Thai tradition to go buy some fish and let them out in the sea. It's going to be cool. Might make a vlog or something on that. And yeah, I'm going to be starting a vlog channel, guys, so you can see my life in Thailand and the stuff that I'm doing, because I want to show you. It's fun. It's good stuff. And yeah, I kind of want to get into vlogging as well, like across my travels around the world and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Watch out for that filthy, horrific dump for BTC. It's going to be interesting to see how that does actually play out. In terms of target prices to break the downside, 19,200 is definitely the area to really be watching. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. For now, you know what to do. Like, comment, all that good stuff. For now, peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. Get ready for the juice. Are you feeling juicy? You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cash. Paper planes taking off from the damn it! Airport. So I'll put it on an accent. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Everyone on point. No issue day. Keep it juicy. Keeping it juicy.